Welcome to another episode of Business Monday, where we're here to empower you in everything relating to business. Today, I'm going to talk about a very exciting topic. A lot of us in the business world are shy. We're not very good at promoting ourselves, letting our hard work be recognized, and be known by more people. So today I have this opportunity of talking to a wonderful lady. We met a while ago and she does magazine and a lot of things. So my special guest today is Christine. Hi Christine, thank you so much for coming to our platform today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Martha. So excited to be here.
Please tell us a little bit more about you.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll take you on a little bit of a journey. So I started off working in corporate. I did 22 years, and then I developed two life-changing illnesses, but I actually think it was the best thing that happened to me. But what it also allowed me to do is actually work on the pathway that I wanted to. Got to ask the questions: what do I want to do? Where do I want to be? Who do I want to be? And from that, I then started sharing my story. And now, 5 years later, have created two global companies, all from the power of sharing my story.
Mm. Oh, I think sharing story is so important, is it? I think a lot of us that is in the business world don't realize that our business is part of our story and our journey. And being able to enhance that and share our experience has been one of the most empowering things that I have ever done for myself as well as also showing other people that they can make a difference as well. So tell us about this new project, the Inspiration Award that you're doing.
Yeah, so the Inspire Awards is about celebrating the change makers around Australia. And when we look at, our everyday, there's so many people who inspire us, but we never get the chance to sort of recognize them. We never get the chance or the opportunity to say, look, I really appreciate what you're doing. And this is what we wanted to do because these change makers are using their stories, they're using their why so passionately to make a difference. And we want to recognize them.
That is so true. So tell us about your award and like how did that come about?
Yeah, so funny enough, like I started sort of had this inkling last year, and then one of my amazing coaches said, "I think it's time for you to do an awards, with it." And so I've got like an amazing team around me, and we sat down to think about the awards and how this would then create an impact. So this ripple effect that we know that not only stories have, but also being recognized for your achievements. So we've come up with 8 amazing different categories, but one thing that we've done is we haven't said that they're, best female or best male. Like we've actually kept that quite gender neutral because I actually want everyone to believe that we're all equal, we're all on the same playing field, and we all should be recognized as a human being. And then from that, we've also asked you to submit a 30-second video so then we can actually see and feel the energy and the passion that you have for what you're doing behind it as well. So, yeah, it's been really exciting. We've had over 65 nominations come through, and it's also if you want to nominate today.
That is amazing. So what are some of the challenges that you see business owner like when they having this roadblock of wanting to be seen, wanting to be heard, but a bit scared? What are some of the best tips that you can give them?
Well, first of all, if you think that, why you started your business, I mean, a lot of us forget the why because we get so caught up on the everyday doing of the business. And that's like, oh, I've got to do my socials, or I've got to do my finances, or I've got to find the next client. But if you come back to your why, and if you have not shared that, that is actually the missing ingredient in most of your marketing because clients want to know why. And that why separates you from absolutely everybody else in your industry as well.
That is so true because I think a lot of us business owners forgot that we are unique and we often think, oh, other people have shared that. I can hide behind the scene and I don't need
Yeah.
to be seen. I don't need to be known. But you want to promote your business. You want more people to know about you. This is
Yeah.
like, there's like a contradiction thing that is playing up in our mind.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's almost like going, well, let the business shine. I don't need to. But like
Mm,
you're saying, like you are the business, you are the brand. Like you're, if you're not going to be your biggest cheerleader in your business, then how can you expect other people to be? So this is why I think it's
definitely.
really important that people actually become visible and actually start incorporating themselves as a personal brand into their business.
How would people expect to get the return on investment on joining your awards?
Well, it's the exposure. And I mean, I'm having the recognition for being a game changer. Like, if you think about, I mean, there's multiple awards on there, but also, too, you get to actually be placed in front of our global community. So, our magazine alone has a readership of over 10 million people worldwide. So, all of our finalists, all of our award winners are actually going to be featured in the magazine. So, not only, are you going to be in front of everybody on the night, but you're also going to get featured in a global platform as well. And then we're going to show you also how to actually use that power of that story to be able to share it as well. And we've also got some amazing prizes, for the winners as well to help them on their journey.
That sounds amazing. So tell us, when is that happening? What are some of the criterias of your award?
Yeah, so there's a couple of like there's 8 different categories. So for example, we've got influential business leader, we've got community champion, we've got environmental advocate. So there's multiple different categories that people can fall into. One thing I love about it is that, it's a low entry fee. It's not $29 for you to go in and do your application, but you can then put in for all 8 categories if your business falls into it, or even if you as an individual. So it's not just aimed at businesses, it's also aimed at individuals that are making that impact in the community. And then also too is that you can come and join us for a gala event happening on the 6th of December on the Gold Coast as well. We're going to have video interviews on the night. There'll be a photographer. We've got a 3-course dinner. Like we've got some amazing things happening on the night. And it's
Mhm.
about celebrating everybody in the room and just inspiring them with all the stories.
And I can see that like the networking effect that people can get as well, because a lot of people don't understand how to build their contact sphere. It's like that we're thinking in our head that everyone is a competition. Instead of looking at, you can look at the criteria of your own business and then starting to spread your legs into other things that you're not direct competition, but you
Mm.
can actually pull power from everyone.
Absolutely. And, if we think about, how many hairdressers are out there, how many, makeup artists, like all of that, and what separates them is the individual as well. But if you think about it also, how many other businesses may have, like, oh, I've got too many clients. I know this other person. I can refer you on to it. And that's really how we actually allow the collaboration to come in. And I'm always a big believer collaboration over competition, because if we start comparing ourselves to other people, you are literally putting yourself down, and you're putting other people on a pedestal.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. Collaboration versus competition. We can definitely get more success when we are working with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got a monthly meetup that we do, and there's multiple people in the same industry. And someone said to me, "Oh, would you have another magazine come?" And I'm like, "Oh, absolutely," because we're so different. Like, we're going to be completely different. And if somebody wants to go work with somebody else, like, I'm all happy for that. Because you're going to draw in the right clients that's right for you. When you start showing up as yourself.
Definitely. I think that's the key point there, showing up as yourself, showing up, because at this stage, social media is very noisy. There's
Mm.
so much things going on there. So what if you were going to give us 3 tips to share with our audience here today? What is the best way to draw eyeballs to your business?
Yeah. So first of all, like I said, always start with your why. Like start sharing it. And if you're uncomfortable with being on camera, take a photo of yourself, share it in a post. You can do little reels that can just show little photos as well. The other thing is talk about your values. Every person has their own set of values. And if you let people know what your values are, they're going to be in alignment with the person looking for them. And they're going to go, oh, that works for me. Like this, that person gets me. And
Mm.
then actually talk about your business journey. I think so many business owners think that we all need to have this polished look or, think about it. I did a video, I've been doing a series on the Inspire Awards. And last night I was saying like how emotional it has been. And I'm like nearly crying on it because this is real. I mean, business is not all diamonds and champagne. It's hard work. And sometimes we need to share the hard work that you're putting into it as well. And I think the more relatable and the more human element we add into our social media, people relate to that and then they buy into it and they want to get to know you and then they will buy from you.
Yeah, I think so. I love the fact that you shared that not all business is about diamond and shine. And I think that a lot of the business owner think that showing their weakness, showing their struggle
Yeah.
is kind of like, oh, I must do that because I am a certain person. And I think that that's when they are displaying their self out of the reality because yes, it's lovely. And it is true. People like to follow people who are successful, but they don't want to just look at someone who's just successful. They wanted
Mm.
to know where they come from, where they like me, where they align with me. Oh, I can see where she's coming from. Look at her. She can be an inspiration for me. And I think that's where the huge differences have changed.
Yeah, absolutely. And you think about it like you're taking the client on a journey because generally speaking, that your client is either going to be the older version of yourself or where you're at right now, and you're going to attract them. So if you don't share, all the highs and lows, and I'm not saying you have to, absolutely share everything. I think you always need to have that boundary in place of what to share.
Yeah.
But for me, the more vulnerable I talk, the more clients I attract.
Yes.
And it's taking off the filter. Like I will now do lives, and I never was this at the start. I'll do lives without a makeup. Like it doesn't bother me anymore because I realize it's not about me. It's about the message and about the what I can do to help my clients.
Mm, definitely, definitely. The client comes first, and then the business, and then you as well, making sure that
Yeah.
you'll be seen as being heard. So, how do people find out more about this award you're running?
Yeah, so they can go over to thecorporateescapers.com and click on the Inspire Awards link. And it has all the details of how you can nominate. You can nominate yourself, you can nominate somebody else who has inspired you, or you can jump straight through into the application process and buy tickets to the event as well.
Excellent. I have put down the contact and your link into the comments there. So everyone who are listening to this and watching this, feel free to click into the link and contact Christina here to find out more information. Thank you so much for your time today. We have been such an insightful talk, and I hope that all business owners realize that they are worthy. They do deserve the recognition, and it is time to shine and glow and be proud of what you're passionate about.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Martha, for having me here today.
Thank you once again for our listener and our audience for joining us on Business Monday. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Have a wonderful day.